Most women are attracted to men who possess a strong sense of humor, as it indicates higher intelligence and honesty. If someone truly loves you, they tend to hug you for at least 5 seconds or more. A study of 8,000 people showed that women who have tall husbands tend to be happier, and the larger the difference in height between husband and wife, the better the relationship will be. When two people in love stare into each other's eyes, their heart rates sync up. If you hold hands with someone you love, it can help alleviate physical pain as well as stress and fear. Men who kiss their wives before leaving for work get into fewer car accidents. A study at the University of Pennsylvania revealed that speed daters were able to size up their dates within the first 3 seconds of meeting them. There might be no such thing as love at first sight, but there's definitely deciding if someone is attractive or not at first sight. The longer couples are together, the less likely they are to say, "I love you." Speed dating was invented by a rabbi in Los Angeles in 1999. The dating movement was inspired by Jewish tradition in which young Jewish singles attend chaperones gatherings. So, if you meet your spouse through speed dating, you know that it's truly blessed. Never lie to someone who trusts you, and never trust someone who lies to you. A study revealed that in 30% of surveyed couples, the couples who spent less on their weddings were actually more likely to stay together. So, if you skimp on the wedding, you're not being cheap. When two strangers are forced to talk and maintain eye contact for a while, it can make them fall in love. A study conducted at Emory University found that the couples who dated for longer periods of time before getting hitched had a greater chance of staying married. Finally, a reason to keep on pushing back the wedding. Love also causes a drop in serotonin, which is a symptom of OCD, causing you to be literally obsessed with your partner. A study found that long-term couples who shared the same roof without a marriage cert were just as happy as those long-term couples who made it legal. In other words, you don't need a piece of paper to make your relationship legit. Every time you and your partner cuddle, it triggers the release of happiness hormone oxytocin to increase your mood and well-being. A study of over 4,000 people found that smaller acts of kindness were preferred over grand romantic gestures. Once you fall in love, there is no going back to being friends again. Most couples fight over money, but a survey done at the University of Michigan's Ross School of Business found that when two people have similar spending habits, they're less likely to fight over money and more likely to be happy. Conversely, those with different spending habits were more likely to fight and more likely to be miserable in their relationships. Money. Can't live with it, can't live without it. Cuddling before bed helps the brain to relax. According to a study conducted by the University of Hertfordshire, 94% of couples who cuddled at night were happy with their relationships. The other 6% must have complained about being too hot while cuddling. People are more attracted to others who share a similar attraction level with them. According to a study conducted by the University of Arizona, couples who are on the same or similar sleep schedules are happier in their relationships. That's just what happens when you're able to get your beauty sleep. Romantic movies help partners save their marriage. A study found that couples usually exchange keys 12 to 14 dates into a relationship, because at that point, it's fairly safe to say they're not going to barge in and eat all your food when you're at work. An attractive face is preferred over an attractive body for long-term relationships. If you're looking for love at work, you might be looking in the right place. 4 out of 10 office romances end in marriage. The other 6 out of 10 end in awkward water cooler run-ins. Don't feel sad over someone who gave up on you. Feel sorry for them, because they gave up on someone who would have never given up on them. Couples in long-distance relationships are more likely to bond at a deeper level than those couples with a local partner, at least according to a study conducted at Cornell University. At least the pain of not being able to see the other person whenever you want is good for something. Holding hands with someone you love can alleviate physical pain as well as stress and fear. If you think that being in a relationship is the end of your social life, think again. 46% of people in relationships reported going out 1 to 3 times a week, compared to 52% of single people. Who says single people have all the fun? Make a person fall in love with themselves and they'll fall in love with you. The average lifespan of a relationship is 3 to 5 months. If you don't break up after 6 months, you're pretty much in it for life. Tears due to loved ones cause the most painful feeling in our lives. The normal amount of time it takes for a couple to be willing to become exclusive is 6 to 8 dates. Because when you know, you know. Men who tend to fall in love and say "I love you" first in the relationship. Men tend to fall in love faster than women and can tell when they've got it bad for someone 3 dates in. Women take longer and start to get that special feeling 14 dates in. Good thing it's not a race. You tend to fall in love with the person who is more like your parents. When lovers gaze into each other's eyes, their heart rates synchronize as well. If you have a crush on someone, your brain will find it impossible to lie to that person. A happy heart is a healthy heart. Research has found that good relationships are more important to a long life than exercises. People say that trust is very important in a relationship, but it's a false concept. Time is the most important thing. With time grows trust, friendship, and an inseparable bond between your partner and you. Do you think that only humans stick with one partner? You are mistaken, as there are some animal species that live with one partner: wolves, swans, penguins, and even termites. People are most likely to break up once they have hit the 3 to 5 month period in their relationships. Kissing would for sure help you in preventing wrinkles, as it puts in 29 facial muscles in motion. People who kiss daily would live for 5 more years than the normal lifetime. Breaking up with someone you love triggers activity in the same part of the brain responsible for physical pain. Less than a second after looking at the one we love, the brain releases chemicals such as oxytocin and dopamine, providing a sense of intense happiness and well-being. Always try to maintain eye contact, as it is the primary and powerful tool for attracting a potential date. If you feel tired, stressed, or are having a headache, cuddling or hugging is the best alternative to painkillers. Being loved back by the person you love exactly feels like having butterflies in the stomach. Love is not a lust. Love is different than passion or lust. Remember bits of information about a person and try working them into conversations, which shows interest.